Hi, I'm Al with Pot of Gold, and I just want to talk about a lot coming up in our May 12th high-end auction. That's a special auction. There's a lot of cool stuff, something for everybody. But I just want to talk about lot 255 today, and it's just a special lot, and it deals with Hollywood memorabilia as well as movie stars' home lives. So it's just a really cool combination of clippings and real photos and autographs with that. And this basically is the life of Marion and Robert Morrison. If that doesn't ring a bell to you, Marion Morrison is John Wayne. Here's just one of the books. That's just really a nice book. You flip it open, but here's just one of John Wayne and his 4 kids from his first marriage. Here's an early one of John Wayne, Robert Morrison, and this is his parents. His dad died in 1937, so we never quite got to see John Wayne materialize into a leading actor. Here's from a movie set, 1947 Angel and the Bad Man. It's John Wayne, Gail Russell. And here's on the movie set, and here are John Wayne and his brother Robert, because he was also involved in directing and actually in some movies, but there's right on a movie set. Here's another movie set type photo. This one's unique because you have Rocky Marciano, the prize fighter, in the middle of this photo. Here's a picture, a clip from his wedding, the newspaper, and ironically, the maid of honor was Loretta Young in this picture. So that's kind of cool in just itself. Going to this photo, it's on a movie set, and what's interesting is standing in the background is Joan Crawford, and she has signed that to Robert in this photo. So it's a Joan Crawford signature on there. Another one on a movie set, John Wayne in a Marine outfit. I believe that's a Sands of Iwo Jima picture. Another movie set, and this one has Robert Mitchum in here. Here's another big cast, looks like Sands of Iwo Jima. At the center of this whole picture, you have John Wayne, and just the whole cast in that group people involved with the movie. This looks like just some off time fishing, might have been at the same time, but you've got Robert and then John Wayne right here. Another movie set, I believe this one is Paul Fix, who played the sheriff, Micah Torrance, on the Rifleman TV program. He's in this picture. Here's another, pretty much a saloon scene right here. I think later there's actually an original negative to this particular picture. John Wayne and his brother Robert with the parents and the dog. And then this is one of Robert with the dog. And then here's one, it was taken in 1960. It was at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And this is pretty much the whole John Wayne family. Patrick Wayne is right there, who was, like I say, he was also an actor. There's John Wayne's oldest son, and then his daughters are in there too. So that's kind of a neat family picture. So this is just a nice booklet with, all these in the sleeves here. I'll give you an idea of just some of the loose items. These are full large negatives that are to some of those pictures that you saw and I just showed you. This is 1954, The Kentuckian, with Oliver Hardy of Stan and Laurel fame. And here's another movie set. This one has signed by some of the stars in here, one of them being Buster Keaton, who was pretty well known at the time. So just a lot of people in that particular photo. Basically a saloon scene. It just has sample print written across this one. Here is another one, movie star Teresa Wright. She signed this picture of herself to Bob Morrison. Some unique things in here. They were involved in sports, both of them. Games. This one was the Hollywood Braves versus the California Shamrocks. And then there's just a couple odd items in here. This is a photo of President Eisenhower's inauguration. He's right down here. This would be January 1953. And here's just an unusual, it's kind of an ink picture done of Marilyn Monroe. There's just a little bit of damage or running of the colors right here. So if you're into Hollywood memorabilia and like to know more about people's personal lives too, and if you're also a fan of John Wayne, This is a fantastic lot that you just don't normally see this kind of items mixed together. And once again, there's what I showed you. There's more here that goes with that lot. But stay tuned and look at lot 255. This is for the May 12th auction. Just check that out along with many other auction items in that high-end auction on that date. Thanks.